Okay, we're out here. This is on the edge of a little lake here in Marlborough. I didn't want to use my shop because it's really kind of crummy. But this is the low-profile subwoofer cabinet, about 3/4 made. Right now it doesn't have the top screwed onto it yet. 18-inch subwoofer, nice EVB, 18B. Hand-built cabinet, very hand-built. And it's going to be covered in a gray carpet, so it'll match, trucks going by behind me, it'll match these. This is a 12-inch main, and then there are two 15-inch mains that are stacked up. There's a way you can stack those with it. This is the cabinet. This is going to be called the Gray Alien Subwoofer from the Gray Alien system. As you can see, the 18 inches kind of firing. We're going to take the top off in a second. And it looks a little bit different than something else. This is a low-profile cabinet. It's a little bit different from the original maker. The original maker, believe it or not, and I got this handle from it, is a company called Grund Audio. And I saw the design of this Grund Audio low-profile subwoofer and was intrigued by it. It's kind of a upward firing, or you can turn it over and it's downward firing, depending on which way you set it up, or you can turn it on its side. And the cabinet I made is the exact same size as a different cabinet of a set of other 18-inch subs that I have, except that instead of the speaker being right here, firing straight out, you tilt it back and you put it on its, what would be the bar or the back, and you put it on there so that it sits under a low profile stage if you wanted to do that. And there's some interesting features to this one as opposed to the Grund. The Grund's a little bit lower and about 2 inches lower and 2 or 3 inches wider. About the same cabinet volume. And let me put the camera down, you can kind of see the lake that I'm gonna do it here. Let's do it this way, so you can look out on the lake. So I gotta take the top off, and I can't do it while I'm holding the camera. So let me get the top off. Okay, the top is off. Now you can see what this is all about. A little better with the light now. Now here's the difference between this one and the Grund one. As you can see, this plate right here is angled, and you can see the angle right there. So it's acting more as a horn. You get a little bit of the upward, it fills that section and then it angles down. And in the Grund, this is a 90 degrees straight up and down. This goes straight up and down, so there's about this much difference on it right there, about a 1/3 difference of what I've got it angled back at. And it has basically the same placement of the ports. There's one of the ports. And the ports are made out of PVC pipe. Same thing that comes out of the bottom of your toilet, believe it or not. Little piece of that stuff. You can see the EV18B. The black right there is I painted some of it. And as you also can see, what the Grund doesn't have, this is angled, so it's more of a horn coming off the 18B. So you get a little bit of a difference there. That's just kind of an empty area. And this goes down into there. I don't have it all hooked up yet. That's going to be the rear plate for it going in. So there are some differences. We haven't put the top on yet because I wanted to show this off. A lot of really tight little angles and tolerances. It was a heck of a hard time getting these ports built into it. As you can see, there's a little bit of glue and putty around them just to hold them in place. They're in there built like a tank. The horn baffles are really built in there. When the top goes on, screws down on top of it, it's going to be something. But this is a low profile, upward, downward, sideward firing 18-inch subwoofer. Nice sized cabinet, not too big, not too small. It's actually pretty big. There's a lot smaller ones, but I wanted some volume in it. It's going to be gray carpeted to match this. It's nicknamed the Gray Alien system once it's all done, because those are going to stack up kind of a vertical line array, so it'll be a ground-based system. And the reason we called it the Gray Aliens is obviously, look at the gray cabinet. This one's going to be finished in gray, except inside there. Then it'll have a you know, a screen type of metal grill in front of this so you can't reach into it and touch the woofer. And the reason it's going to be the gray alien system is we love those alien TV shows on, I forgot what channel it is, but they're spread all over the place right now, where they talk about, was it Ancient Aliens? I saw a little bit of one last night, and to me they're comedy shows. I just roll around laughing over them. No, because everybody that's on those shows is funny. I mean, they got to be comedians playing the part. And they always talk about gray aliens coming to Earth and starting civilization and all that stuff. So I nicknamed it after them, the Gray Aliens, which is kind of a fun thing to do. That's the cabinet, as you can see. A lot of tight. This was high-end scientific research done by Ancient Aliens, as you can see. See, there's little pieces of wood back there. When we screw the wheels in the bottom, they'll go into that. All 3/4-inch plywood. Nothing super on the plywood. Believe it or not, some of this stuff, like this piece right here, that little piece right there, that's actually part of a skid. So when the wheels screw in, it'll go into a little bit further than 1/2-inch or 3/4-inch plywood. It'll be like 1 1/4 inch, an extra layer of wood there. And there's some extra pieces like that. There's a little strip here holding this baffle in place. That's also made with basically some wood off a skid. If you get down inside of here, you can see the bracing on the handles. There it is right there. That's also made for some extra wood there. A lot of tight little tolerances built into this where the handles are. That's a tight little, you have to curve into the soundboard. Really, really good. Can't wait to finish this up. It's taken me a couple of months to get it to this point, and it's going to take me about maybe a month to finish it. There's 2 of these right now. This is the first one, then we'll build the second one, which is, it just doesn't have the baffles on it yet. We haven't built the baffles in on it yet, or the soundboard. That's the step we did on that. When we do one nice and slow and careful, then the second one goes a little bit faster. Also, I don't have the handles on it, so that's kind of the handles and the baffle are the next step. Then we'll probably put the top on top of that one and bolt it up and finish it up. Then we'll do the carpet on, do the bolt, cover them back and forth, back and forth. Do 2 steps on one, and then 2 steps on the other, till it's complete. Can't wait to hear this thing. Can't wait to, turn it up, blow it out. Think it's going to go down to around down to a little below 40 hertz. So it's going to pump. With the EV18Bs in it, it's going to put out a lot of sound with about 300 watts, 400 watts going into it. It's going to match up nice with the Gray Alien main cabinets, which are the, neodymium plastic, what I call milk bottle cabinets, because they're made out of old milk bottles as far as I know. And it should be a very loud system. I'm trying to get it all set up so I can use it in November. Got a audio job to do in early November. That's it. This is what's going to be considered the Gray Alien system. A lot of pieces there. This is the baffles. That's where the main cabinet is going to be fiberglassed up. You can see the plate that has the connectors on it isn't even screwed in yet. It's just sitting there. And that's it for everybody that wanted to take a look at it. Give you a good long look at it. There's the top that I pulled off. And there's the backdrop there. We'll give you a video sometime in about a month when it's all completed, and both of them are completed. The mains are stacked up either on top of it or somewhere above it, because it's could be underneath the stage. And we'll see what happens and see how it sounds.